And now all of a sudden he's spamming Tomonage, nothing's working, he looks terrible. He takes a little bit of break, goes on vacation, comes back. And now, because he's never really mastered Tomonage, he just kind of defaults back to his usual upright stuff, and he's smoking everybody. If you saw a video of him working out 3 weeks ago versus now, that one day that he came back, that new guy, after 3 weeks, he looked so much better. And not because he is actually better, but because of the reason of what we're just talking about.
Still got it trading, you know what I mean?
No, but you're just straight up bullying people, though. I know you.
No. I let them work.
No, you don't.
What's it mean?
If you guys are in the Michigan region, go work out with Peter and try to give Peter a beating, please, because he deserves it. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Shintaro Higashi Show with Peter Yu. Today, we're going to talk about Still Got It training. It's a special type of training that I'm engaging in right now. And you are too, probably, Peter.
Oh, I've been doing that for a while. I didn't even know there was a proper term. We'll coin it.
Yep. Still Got It training.
Yeah, still Got It training. What does that mean?
So Still Got It training is like once you're training consistently all the time, you kind of fall out of sync with your schedule and you're just dipping in every now and then to the dojo. You're quite not like having stretches where you don't go to the dojo for 3 weeks, but it's like you're going once every week or once every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you can't just train like you were before.
Nope.
So you have to change.
Yeah.
You're not consistent. And all the people in the room who are tough rounds, who are your competitors, your rivals, you don't go with them. So you have to engage in this new form of training called Still Got It training.
All right. Well, so you were doing that?
I'm doing that. Well, so this is the thing, right?
You were
in the
training
summer,
a lot, though.
I was in the early summer. So my daughter's camp ended. And then I had 2 renovation projects going on at once. So between Yumi, the renovation projects, I couldn't quite get to the jiu-jitsu gym in the mornings as consistently as I wanted. I'm doing jiu-jitsu 5-6 days a week usually, right? In the mornings. And then I do judo in the evenings. And then I try to throw in a lift, but I just couldn't get it all in with the work and then the childcare.
Yeah. Life.
So I would try to life happens. And then so at the end of the summer, I was engaging in Still Got It training.
So how often have you been going?
I mean, I'm back to my old schedule now.
Oh, okay. So, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I went already Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday, I did jiu-jitsu. I did 3 days in a row jiu-jitsu. I wrestled a little bit. I did some judo in the evening on Monday. I haven't lifted this week yet, but I'm gonna. I might go right after this. It's Thursday. But right up till about last week, until my daughter started going back to school, I was only getting in once or twice a week max.
Right.
And I had weeks where I didn't go at all.
So for your own training, you're not talking about like teaching.
No, this is just straight up for your own training.
Yeah. All right. So what have you noticed like after you made that transition from like consistently going every day to once or twice? Like, did you notice that your stamina went down drastically?
Oh, of course, because I gained a little bit of weight. I gained probably like 6 pounds. Endurance is down. All the guys that would be kind of competitive with me in the room, you just got to avoid them.
Mm-hmm. All right.
You don't make eye contact with them.
That's one way. Is that all you did? Like that? What if they seek you out? I'm sure they seek you out. It's like,
no, you gotta lie and say your knee hurts. Yeah.
You heard it, folks. Here.
Yeah. So this is the idea, right? Yeah. You go with people who are significantly lighter than you. Only lighter people. Mm-hmm. Much lower ranked than you as well. So like 160-pound blue belt that's not a competitor is a good candidate for this.
That's me.
So you go nice and easy. You like kind of maneuver around them. You kind of do your A game, right? You're not trying anything new. You're not trying anything fancy. You're just kind of doing it to kind of beat them, not badly, but like just a small margin. So you could tell yourself you still got it.
Right.
And you're getting there. You're just getting a workout in. That's the goal, getting a workout in. Forget all the competition, the ego, the rivalry, none of that stuff. You're not trying anything new. You're just going to get a workout in, and then you're just telling yourself, oh, I still got it. That's the whole goal.
Because the idea is that if you really wanted to turn it on, you could smoke this person. Okay.
You can, yes, for sure, but you don't do that because that's the dick thing to do. Yeah. You're not trying to prove to yourself that you could beat the piss out of this person who's older, lighter, and less skilled than you. You're not trying to do that. Right? But you're just trying to get a workout in to kind of tell yourself, I still got it. and I'm just going to keep maintaining at this I still got it level. And then when I'm able to go consistently, that's when you go back to your roll 3 and 4 and 5s. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So generally, if you have 10 randoris in the room, if you're doing 10 rolls in the room, 3, 4, and 5s are always should be the toughest ones. First one is a warm-up, the guy you're with for drilling. Second one, you're still warming up. Third one's like, that's a hard one. You know? And then 3, 4, 5 is usually stacked. So your usual 3, 4, and 5s you don't go with. Yeah.
So
and then 6 to 10 usually is like, take it easy, you know, like experimental stuff, put yourself in bad positions. It's those kinds of things. People you care about in the room who you want to get better, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So
you know what I mean?
And not everyone can do this, obviously, right? This still guided training. You have to have gotten it before to try
a little bit. Yes, for sure. This is not for yellow belts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You ain't got it yet.
No, you ain't got it yet. But you can still do it as a yellow belt if you're just dipping your toes in the room. You could grab a white belt and just beat him in Newaza. So you could see some form of it.
Right.
But it's really not good form for a low belt to refuse rolls with higher belts and refuse rolls with anyone who's competitive and only beat on people who are lighter than them. So this is more so for like advanced intermediate guys who used to train consistently, who are not training as much.
Yeah. So I guess I've been doing that for a while now.
Yeah.
It's just right now I go once a week. That's it.
To where?
Once a week. Christian's gym.
Yeah,
judo.
And you probably beat up on lighter, older dudes who are lower belt than you.
So one good thing about Christian gym is that it's associated with the local university, so there are a lot of young people like that are in shape, but they haven't been doing judo that long.
Yeah.
So I get it's very good because I still get a good workout. Like they'll definitely tire me out.
Yeah.
Because they're in much better shape, but I can still like do the still got it trading. You know what I mean?
No, but you're just straight up bullying people, though. I know you.
No, I let them work.
No, you don't.
What's it mean?
If you guys are in the Michigan region, go work out with Peter and try to give Peter a beating, please, because he deserves it. Such a bully.
Don't beat on me.
No, but it's a real thing because sometimes it's hard to, like, I'll give you an example. Heian had a baby. You know Heian, he had a baby, and now he hasn't been doing his regular membership. But every time we do an open mat, he comes.
Yeah.
And it's a perfect thing because it's once a month we do an open mat. It's like, yo, it's open mat, and he'll definitely come.
Yeah.
And he's still trying to go with all the top dogs.
Yeah.
Animal. The risk is so high.
Right.
He's not sleeping as much. You know, he's not training as much, but he's going to go with all the high level black belts and try to. It's very risky. So I think he should do a little bit more of the still got it training, where he just comes in and just beats on the lower belt for a little bit. I still got it. I got a good workout in. I'll see you at the next open mat. And then when he's able to come more frequently, he just starts doing that. You know what I mean? I think that's a good method.
How about like here's how I do. So I mostly, because of the composition of the gym, I usually go with the athletic green belts.
Yeah.
But then I'll try to at least get around 1 or 2 rounds with black belts.
Yeah.
So I think that's like a good balance. Don't you think?
That is. Do you duck Christian?
I go with Christian, but he's so much better than me, and he's so much stronger than me that it's like I don't know if I can count that as like a good like a competitive round. Like he just dominates me. You know what I mean?
Is there anyone that you would avoid in the room?
Not really. I try not to avoid anyone.
Good for you. Good for you. I'm avoiding everyone now.
That's my. When I moved to Michigan, like if anyone asks, I'll go. Like
that's amazing.
Doesn't matter the weight.
So you're not really doing still got it training.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Because still got it's like you're fooling yourself into saying like, oh, I still got it. I'm still good, you know. And don't get me wrong, I'm still pretty damn good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But because I'm not training as consistently,
right,
and I figured this is like a good thing to engage in. If you are sort of like on the cusp on the outside, like, I haven't been to training in 2 weeks, just get yourself in the door, work out, and hang out. And then just
kind of maintenance mode, right?
Maintenance mode, yes. That's it. You're just going for a nice long jog outside and like you're not pushing yourself and you're not dying. Maintenance training.
But you think
that's exactly what it is.
You think it's bad, or like is it any downsides to it? Because I feel like a lot of people may think that this is not the way to go.
I mean, you know what's bad? Being consistent, doing judo 4 or 5 days a week, training jiu-jitsu every single day. All of a sudden, you don't go for 2 weeks and you don't go back for 3 months.
That's worse.
That's worse. I'm going to go back when I'm in shape. I'm going to go back when I'm in shape. Go back, take a beating. You know what? Horrible. I'm not going to go again. And then you can't really get back into a rhythm until 6 months later. And then the cycle repeats itself. There's tons of, most people are like that.
Yeah.
Most people are like that. They burn hot for 2 or 3 months, and then they drop off, and then they don't come back. And when they do,
it's even worse.
It's even worse. And then they leave, and then they come back, maybe do a 3-month stint, and then the cycle repeats. It's better to do an intense 3 months, do still got a training for like a couple weeks or a couple months while your projects are wrapping up.
Yeah.
You're busy at work. You're just dipping your toes into the gym, maintaining contact with the people there. All right, how's everyone doing? I'm not going to go hard, and really stay to that.
Yeah.
I truly think it's better.
I mean,
now this doesn't apply for like competitors.
Yeah, it's just for hobbyists.
Mostly hobbyists, and yes, competitors also. Like they compete in something. Like for instance, after the Olympic Games, majority of the top dogs on the international circuit, they're not going to training camps in the highest level Grand Slams and such. They're taking a break. Even like France, Brazil, those guys are setting their B team, the C team.
Yeah,
all those types of guys, and those guys are doing still guided training. They're going to their home dojos and just beating the piss out of everyone there.
I recently saw a video of Hashimoto. He just won the bronze, right?
Yeah.
And he's going to local like BJJ gyms and beat the piss out of everyone there.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. Still got to train it. He's not training every day. He's not doing stairs. He's not doing sprints probably.
No.
I bet you he's not.
Why?
Actually, maybe he is. Maybe he is. But he's definitely not training as hard as he was leading up to the Olympic Games.
Yeah. But then if he never took this type of break, he would burn out, and in the long term, like that, he might get into that. I mean, it's his job, so it's maybe a little different, but he can still get in that rut and then like never get out. Yeah,
and it gives you a mental break too, because sometimes you take too many deep dives into something. Right? And then you're so fixated on a couple of niche positions that you kind of lose track of the big picture. And this kind of happened to me. Now that I'm doing still guided training and I'm just going in and kind of rolling with lighter, lower skilled people, I default back to my A game stuff and I'm like, this stuff works really good. That stuff works really good. I've forgotten how I used to do this before. And now all of a sudden, like for instance, I went to my dojo the other day. Yeah. And this guy, Ben, he's awesome. He was a great high level wrestler. So.
I think I saw his video of him like.
Yeah, doing the snap down and stuff. Yeah. He's awesome. So now, instead of just going takedowns where we'll absolutely try to hurt each other, we're like, let's just do hand fighting. Let's just do like 3 shots in and out, no finishes. And we're doing these like still got it training like drills. We're like, we're not just straight up going live. We're like, and we've gone wrestling live. Yeah. And because we don't wrestle that much anymore, we're both like very closed off because we don't want to get taken down. Yeah. Yeah. So like now we're doing sort of like this like thing, and we did some hand fighting, and I was like, wow. And it brought back all these memories. It helped us open up. Yeah. And that's not like real training. It's like still got it training, but it was very, very good. So it helps you kind of reset a little bit coming in, takes you out of your own head. Yeah. You default back to the stuff, and you kind of have like a sort of a new perspective, as opposed to like if you're in there every single day and you're like, you can kind of get lost in the sauce.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, sometimes I've noticed that after taking actually not even still got it training, like say I just couldn't go for a week or two and then I come back, and it's actually, sometimes I notice myself playing better because I think, like you said, like I might have been working too much on the, for example, Uchimata, but I was like focusing only one side of it, so I couldn't figure it out. But then after a break, your brain kind of processes all that subconsciously, and then when you come back, it's like kind of things I have been figured out for some reason. Yeah.
I saw the guy recently. He's doing Tomonage religiously for like a month. Yeah, just trying to learn it. Can't throw anybody with it.
No, Eric's a master at it.
Yeah, Eric's pretty good at it. Yeah, he's good at it. So. But their other stuff's pretty good. Yeah. And now all of a sudden he's spamming Tomonage, nothing's working, he looks terrible. He takes a little bit of break, goes on vacation, comes back. And now, because he's never really mastered Tomonage, he just kind of defaults back to his usual upright stuff, and he's smoking everybody. And then he's like, feels really good. And then like, he slips in one Tomonage by mistake, and the guy goes over because the guy is so thinking about the upper body. Right. So like, if you saw a video of him working out 3 weeks ago versus now, that one day that he came back, that new guy after 3 weeks, he looked so much better. And not because he is actually better, but because of the reason of what we're just talking about. With a mental refresh, he's not too fixated on that one move. You know, he just kind of default back to his usual stuff. You know what I mean? And then, of course, he didn't throw like a black belt or anything like that. But still, you know what I mean? And then there was some competitive higher belt, like athletic guys in the room. I was like, just stay away from those guys. You haven't been training. You've been on vacation for 2 weeks. Don't even go with them. So he was kind of going with someone his own size. He's a little bit smaller, own size, like similar rank. And then he was able to look like a professional. And now that was enough for him to be so fired up. He's like, all right, next. And now he has been coming every day since, you know?
So that's an interesting point. So as a coach, as the sensei, you actually encourage this to some people.
Of course. And I tell people all the time, when you come into the room, you're not going ham for 10 rounds straight every single time. Intensity. Each randori round you do has to serve a purpose. And the purpose is making you better, right? So if you're going with someone lower belt and you're just beating the hell out of them with all your A-game stuff, it's useless. Useless for you, useless for that guy. And that guy probably will quit, which will hurt the gym, right? Less revenue. The coach hates you. Now, you know, everyone's unhappy. You know what I mean? But if you're going with one person, you're kind of like doing this and that. And of course, you know, so you have to always manage your own training. And right now, as I'm ramping back up, I was engaging in still got training. And now my jiu-jitsu's, you know, back on track. And now I'm going to start to little by little focus on certain things, you know, like tripod passing, for example.
I see.
You know what I mean? Instead of engaging in spider lasso and then going forward, retreat a little bit and then try to go around, et cetera, et cetera. You know, and I have a certain few guys that are very, very good in the room at those things in the forefront of my mind now, again, as opposed to 2 weeks ago, if I wouldn't have made eye contact with that guy.
So you want to like, so you want to like still get a training mode. That's what you're saying. You want to get back to, but then my question for my case, it's hard.
Yeah, of course.
Hard for me to get back into the consistent basis. Like if I make it once a week, that's like I'm happy. So I guess in this sense, like I'm sure a lot of people can agree to that too. Like it's a blessing to be on the mat once a week for some people.
Yes, it is.
So do you have any recommendations for that? Like is it okay to stay in that mode in perpetuity, or do you want?
I think still got it training. If you look at the context of someone like me who trains all the time, and now I'm having a 1 month, 2 month stint where I'm not training as much. Right. That's a little bit different.
Right.
You know? So I don't know if it's classified. We're doing very similar things. You know. But you have to kind of. It's not really still got it training. You know what I mean? Because you're still, if you're only coming once a week, and consistently once a week throughout the entire year, you have to kind of build on your practice from before. So it's not like, oh, I still got it. You know, I'm not working on anything new. I'm just kind of like getting in for a workout. It's a little bit. There has to be a little bit more than that. You know what I mean? Right. It's like still got it plus one.
So what would that be in you? Any recommendations for that? Like
yes. So me still got it. I'm just content with going in there, getting a workout in, feeling good about myself, and then parlaying that into my next training. You have to do the plus one, which is a little bit of homework. Even on the drive home, you have to think about it.
Think about what I did.
The training. The training. And you have to be a little bit more cerebral about it. And then once you go into the next training, you have to try to recall what the thing didn't work for you last time. And there has to be a portion of that class where you're dedicating to drilling. Because you have limited time on the mat. So you have to make every minute of that training count. Still got a training. For me, during the drill portion, I'm kind of bullshitting. Because I'm there for a workout. I'm there to just kind of see my buddies. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're more about rolling at that point.
Just coming in, staying sharp. I'm not trying to like deep dive and learn and think. I'm just like, hey, what's up, man? But you still got it +1 if you're just kind of consistently going once a week. You have to have that drill session. You have to take that portion seriously.
Yeah.
So if you're only getting in once a week, and if you're missing the drill portion, like Drew came in yesterday.
Yeah, I saw his video on the reel. Yeah.
He came in and just did Randori and went home.
Oh, okay.
He's not doing either of the things that we're talking about.
Oh, he went hard rounds.
Hard. He's going everybody, killing going after it. Every single time he comes in, he goes 100%. You know what I mean? I'm always afraid he's going to get hurt.
Yeah, speaking of which, we got to thank our sponsor. Drew is one now.
Drew is now a sponsor.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Jason, thank you very much, Drew. Jason, Levon, and Joe sponsor. Thank you very much. Judo TV, use discount code Shintaro. I will be commentating at the Tokyo Grand Slam. It's going to be spectacular.
Dude, what?
Yep.
The first time hearing it, guys, he hasn't told me yet, but this is amazing. Dude.
Use discount code Shintaro. It's absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
So definitely check the live stream for that. And obviously HigashiBrand.com.
Yeah. So going back to Drew, our dear friend, we're just worried about you, Drew. Like, don't hurt yourself. So like he was just going hard rounds, like
going hard. And I'm sure he's thinking about it.
Yeah.
But it would be very nice if he could have a little bit of drill time where he's kind of working on things. Like, for instance, he went against our Netherlands guy, Max.
Yeah.
Who's awesome. And you could see in the video on my Instagram story that he got caught with that left side hip throw.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's what I saw, yeah.
Because Max is righty all the time, does Sode, does all this stuff, does Tayo. And then when the hand comes over the back, he'll switch to the left side hip throw. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So once you got hit, Drew got hit with that 2 or 3 times. So he has to anticipate that,
Yeah.
So now it's sort of like a drilling issue. When he throws the hand over, right, as he throws the hips across for the hip throw, he's got to step out and do Sasai or something. So it's like trying to time that thing that he does, or not going so deep and keeping the elbow wedged in so he can't access your hips, right? He throws the hand over the back, and then as he's going for the hip, trying to clamp down and, countering the technique. These things he should be drilling, right? He should think about it, right? How did I get caught with that thing?
Yeah.
And then he should be thinking about it before coming in next Wednesday, and then drilling it a little bit, and then re-engaging in that.
When would be the best time to drill this type of individual, like specific drills?
Yeah, before class, during class, right? During Uchikomi. Here's another one. Drew likes Ippon Senagi.
Yeah.
He plays that Ippon Senagi Osoto, drop Senagi, does off the collar, Ippon Senagi, arm, all this stuff. The moment he posts that hand, Max shifts his weight to the opposite diagonal.
Because he's anticipating Drew's combinations. Yeah.
He also knows Drew does Koji Makikomi.
Yeah.
So when he does that and weights that other leg, he could pick that leg up and slip it out, right?
Yeah.
So now, okay, how do you deal with that? Fake Ippon Senagi, driving in Ochi and then taking him in this direction and then going back, right? So that's something that he could also drill too.
Yeah.
So he has 2 things that he could drill before practice.
Yeah.
Right. But this is the thing. If he doesn't sit down and deep dive and think about that round, he won't recognize it.
Right.
And if he asked me about it, because I watched it twice, they went twice, or maybe they went 3 times.
Oh, man. Okay.
Yeah. So I could tell him about it. And then now he could visualize it, think about it, come back the next week. And because he's not doing still guided training, he's just coming in there firing away once a week. Right.
Yeah.
So that's not still guided training.
I see.
He's not coming in beating on blue belts and stuff and saying he still got it. He's a better man than me. You too.
Well, I think so. Having heard this, so I've been doing still got it +1 training, like you said, because I think the way you described it is what I've been doing. So because of the circumstance, and I would usually go a lot with intermediate players, but then I'll get a round or 2 in with advanced players, and then I'll kind of make a mental note on what I wasn't doing well. I've been working a lot on the grip fighting where they do the power grip on me, and then I usually just post it instead of breaking, but I've been trying to break that completely off, and then that's actually been a breakthrough for me.
Good.
And Christian actually showed the grip break for me. But anyway, things like that. Yeah, you can still do the still guided training. but sprinkling a couple of rounds that are good.
It's a little different.
Yeah.
Maybe we call it something new, like a once a week warrior training.
Once a week warrior training. Weekend warrior training. Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you, the still got a training, man. There's an element of self-preservation too for me. Because it's like I go from training 4 days a week. I'm not training as much. You know, you jump in there. Everyone expects you to be the best, you know, the biggest savage in the room, and then everyone's coming after you. And then so, you know, I'm just gonna work out with these guys, and I trust.
Big target on your back, don't you?
Always, dude. Yeah. So it's like, you know, it's a self-preservation thing too, and I listen to my body, and then, you know, I'm at the age where I could easily blow a hamstring. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Walking down the street. You know, I'm 40 this year, so it's like, you know what I mean?
So yeah, it's
still got a training. Very important. Know your body. Always cater your training to you.
Yeah.
You know, and then obviously always know also whether it's from laziness or, you know, you got to figure out why you're doing something, and then, you know.
I think the big point is that it's better to be kind of lukewarm but consistent than hot and cold all the time.
Yeah, hot and cold bad. You get hurt like that.
Yeah. Cool.
So yeah, there we go. Still got a training. Interesting.
Yeah, the guys, think about this approach.
Yep.
And yeah, let us know what you guys think. Maybe it'll work out for you guys. And anything else?
Nope. Please follow the podcast. It's on Apple now.
It's been.
It's always been on Apple. Yeah, but now, you know, we claimed it and all that stuff. So yeah. Thank you guys.
Thank you guys, and we'll see you guys in the next episode.